One tool above all else that I will always champion as the number one tool for weight loss, and it is this little beauty here. And I'm going to tell you why. Too many people get hung up on scale weight. Now, don't get us wrong, the scale weight can be daunting. You can step on the scales and think, Jesus Christ, I've blew it. There's no point. But that's because people tend to weigh on a random day at a random time of the week. So, just as an example, there are many things that can affect your weight fluctuation. This can be the amount of water you drank the night before, your quality of sleep, how much sodium was in your tea last night, the stress hormones, if you've had a really rough time, literally anything. And if you're a female, it's even worse because you've got God knows how many extra hormones compared to myself, who's a man. And what happens is you'll start on Monday and you'll be 200 pounds. You'll eat clean Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll step on the scales on Thursday morning and you'll have put on 2 pounds and you'll go, oh my God, I'm training hard, I'm eating well, but I'm not losing weight. What's the point? This just isn't for me. It's never going to work. Now, there's a massive fallacy in this, and it's because you're not weighing at the same time every morning. You're not weighing after you've been to the toilet because, yes, not having a poo can affect you by as much as 5 pounds depending on what size tea you had last night. And you're not tracking an average across the week. So I've done a quite rudimentary example here. So let's say you weigh yourself on Monday and you're 200 pounds. You weigh yourself Tuesday, you've lost 0.2 of a pound. Wednesday, even more. Let's say on Wednesday, you had a Chinese for tea, right? High in sodium, water retention the next day. You step on the scales on Thursday morning, but this is the only day between Monday and the end of the week that you step on the scales. This is the point where most people think, fuck it, I'm not going to bother. There's no point, weight loss doesn't work for me. And then the rest of the week and the next week and the next week and the next week, you don't bother. Now, as you saw by the maths there, that one day of the week was a spike in water weight because of water retention. The amount of carbs in your tea could have been high. You could have laced it with salt. Literally anything can affect it. Not going to the toilet, having poor sleep, as previously mentioned. Most people will fixate on that one poor day because they're leaving it up to chance on which day they decide to step on the scales. So the best way to do it, as shown in that diagram, is every morning, let's say 7 o'clock, you wake up, make sure you go to the toilet for a number 1 or a number 2, whichever, and you record your weight at the same time every morning, fully naked, because your clothes can weigh a lot. If I jumped on the scales now with me hoodie, me vest, me shorts, whatever, granted it's probably only a pound, but it all adds up when you're dealing in averages. You add these all up, so you total that up and then you divide it by 7 for the 7 days of the week, and the average is 199.64. Now, this is obviously a rudimentary equation. It'll probably be a higher fluctuation for most people, and if you're in a calorie deficit of 500 calories every day, and then you're doing your 10,000 steps to add another 500 calories, you'll tend to lose 2 pounds per week. But the average is actually lower than the starting point on the Monday, is what I'm trying to get across here. Most people fixate on the Thursday weight because they've left it up to chance. They've, by accident, stood on the scales on a really bad day for water retention. You cannot put 2 pounds of fat on unless you eat 7,000 calories, give or take, above maintenance. Now, for somebody who's overweight, massively overweight, like give myself, for example, I'm currently 20 stone, which is 280 pounds, 6'4". My maintenance calories are around 3,000 calories. I would have to eat 10,000 calories to put on 2 pounds of fat if I was going off a single day basis. I would have to eat 7,000 calories extra on top of me average calorie intake for the full week to put on 2 pounds of fat in that week. It's physically not possible. What's happened is you may be bloated, you may have not slept well, so you're stressed, your body's retaining water. If you've done a major gym session the day before, you've been for a run or whatever, inflammation, it all counts. So the be all and end all of this video is use your body scales every morning. Does it get monotonous? Yes. Will people tell you that it's unhealthy? Yes. Are those people usually the ones who are also fat? Yes. Trust your body. Step on the scales every week, every day for the week. Take your average down. That's the only way that you can truly guarantee weight loss and accurate tracking of your weight.